Khilafat is also going to be war with riba, interest, sudkhor. And I will have a series of videos that what is riba, how Islam defines it, and what are the conditions presently, where the whole world stands, where America stands on riba, how is their financial system, what is their monetary policy. I'm going to discuss that the whole problem comes to this riba. If we get rid of riba, I think that will be a wonderful thing. And I'm going to show you that how riba is very injurious to people, and it is good for the people who have it and the people who don't. So we must get rid of the riba here in America, and you people also in Pakistan and every. Well, when Khilafat comes, and it will come inshallah, I see Khilafat as since this is a digital age, we must conceive a government of Ummah where the government is not there. There's no need for the government, only for a few things. If the real system of not having riba and is based on GDP rather than riba, GDP of the country, of the people. That's another mathematical calculations. I'm going to explain to you later on that how the GDP, the system of GDP, which I call it halal money, where the people work, corporations, small organizations, small companies, non-profit, for-profit. When they work, or somebody who provides service, they create goods and services, and the creation of the money should be based on that, not by the concept of riba. I'm going to explain to you that it assumes, the riba assumes that you saved the money and then you invested it, and then it brings you rent. It's worse than that. It's worse. At least they were receiving rent or interest or riba from the savings he made, consuming less and putting savings on the side and then investing it. with somebody not participating in it. As participating means shareholders, partnership. It's worse than that. Nowadays, the system, this monetary system, has licensed these banks, called banks, to create money. To create money. Fractional reserve, where you only have to have 10 or 15 or 20%, and then you can lend more. That was our concept, but it's now totally different. And you can see and look at some of the research which has been done by some of the IMF Research Center economists, also done work on it. So many people have done work on then there is one organization which is working in England called Positive Money. They've been working on it. But the system, this riba system, this system based on the riba, is so powerful. For it only, in order to break it down, we need lots of efforts. I think this is the biggest shaitan. That's why God says, Allah says that I'm in war with them. I think by dropping these, by doing these two things, getting rid of the nation state and getting rid of riba. And I will add the third thing also. This democracy in America, and I see in Pakistan, I see in all other countries, riba. No, riba. Democracy. When I look into Pakistan, I see that there are 3-4 mafia groups. They're controlling all the people of Pakistan. And they're resourceful. They have money, they control the money, they use the money, they get richer and richer, and the rest are suffering. So, number one, and the same thing is here. Influence of the money. You cannot run unless you have money. If you don't have money, you have to know somebody, and somebody you know has to have money, and the things goes on. So unless and until, if you here in America, if you want to come to the national level, even though you are a very good community organizer, know the problems, what needs to be done to resolve them, then America here, they are, when it comes to the state and the county or municipality, they are very good, extremely good, really public servants, and stay in their budgets. And I have seen people, they coming at my door. They are very simple people. But the things totally changes when it comes to national level, national politics. Then you have to be approved. Your message has to be approved by certain interest groups. Not only your message has to be approved, but your message has to be in sync with their message. Little variation in the messages. If it is Democrat or if it is Republican, different. So I'll consider it worse than, not worse, ineffective, extremely ineffective, no powers, nothing. A bunch of 535 or something congressmen and senators constantly talking, no results, nothing. From last 30 years they have done nothing. I see lots of poverty coming, Baltimore, 30 years they haven't done anything. So instead of democracy, we need to participate, Muslims Ummah, in the system till we come to the point where we can say and our voice is heard. We have to work in the system to change it. Okay? It's very hard from outside to change anything unless you are not inside, you are not part of it. So we would like to have a very simple system of government where there is minimal government, minimal. 23% of these laws shall cost us 23 cents of every dollar. And we see that they have not brought us any well, you know, I don't like sweeping statements. But if you see that how with the time and these regulations, regulation by its very nature is coarse, by laws, they have put the laws around us, make us so many laws. So many laws that if you are not highly educated, if you are not subject matter expert, in this maze it is very hard for ordinary people to survive, to move ahead. It's not the correct playing field. So the third was, and inshallah we can achieve it in 20 years. I won't be here. Somebody else would have and somebody else will be doing it. One of you. New world order. New world order where there is, it's possible. Don't say nothing is possible. If Allah has promised us, then why you say it won't happen? we are sad. But if you are a true believer of Allah, that's what gives us that strength. That gives us that internal, we are not scared of anybody. So these three things we need to do. New world order where there is no, that's the ultimate aim. Well, ultimate is him, that's the ultimate, we are going to go ultimate. A new world order where there is no boundaries, no boundaries between the Ummah. See, and the beauty is, now is a perfect timing. Because the only time in Muslim history we see that there never was one. It was just a little go back. There was Mughals in India, there were Safavids and Fatimids or Safavids in Persia, and there was Ottoman, Basayids and then Ottoman. So never been one, but inshallah this time is going to be all one. Let me explain what I consider a Muslim first of all. One Muslim asks another Muslim. One Muslim asks another Muslim, what are you? Say, what you mean? He says, you are Sunni, you are Shia, you are Barelvi. What are you? Says, but what was Rasulullah? What was Prophet Muhammad? I am what he asked me. Was he Shia? Are you Sunni? So if Prophet Muhammad was not a Sunni, not a Shia, how can we be anything else than that, or more than that? If they tell me that, hey, I'm a Muslim and then on top of that, then I'm Barelvi, or I'm Deobandi, and I'm Ahle Hadith. So you are telling me that you are more than Prophet Muhammad? Or you are less than Prophet Muhammad? So Prophet Muhammad was neither Sunni nor Shia. He was the messenger of Allah, and everything he has. And Prophet Muhammad made it very simple, because Islam is life. Islam is life. Everything is in Islam. And that was taught to us, that everything you want to get is out of the Quran and Hadith. And wherever hadith contradicts Quran, Quran is supreme. So please, my Ummah, the people, my Muslim brothers, Prophet Muhammad was neither Shia, nor Sunni, nor Ahmadi, not Ismaili, not whatever name, and there are so many of them. So we must not fail this time is we are all Muslims, and it was very Muslim. If a person comes to me and say, hey, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, how can I, if Prophet Muhammad approves it, who am I to question that? Or who am I to say, hey, yes, that's enough, but it's not enough? See, the philosophy behind is that if he says these things, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, if he says that Allah is one and Prophet Muhammad is messenger, then every Muslim is free to seek the knowledge. If he's trying to sing continuously with Allah, Allah is this universe, he's in sync. Then he doesn't need all other things. That's good enough, and that's good enough for a Muslim. That's the beginning of the road. You start somebody. Say, hey, this is the road. So I do not agree with these people who ever says hate on the name of religion. That's not what Islam teaches. Well, that's my take on it. That's my opinion. And the reason I said it is because Islam is to everybody its own. It's a direct relationship with Allah. And the beauty, it gives us so much freedom that we cannot judge another Muslim. It could be your brother, it could be your mother, it could be your sister, it could be your father, it could be your son. No Muslim can judge another Muslim. It's because it's a direct relationship. In one family, there will be an extreme liberal. And there will be the most conservative. In a conservative, there are varieties. It's different shades. Same as with they call it enlightened. There are different shades. So are we going to come to the point where we say that this is your shade of Islam, and that is not that's not me, and I'm not going to tolerate you, so I'm going to eliminate this shade of Islam? Doesn't make sense to me. If you're really a Muslim, you will think that this world is full of flowers. It's a flowery world. God has created colors. Look at your humans, so many different colors, so many different shapes. If each individual does not You may see a person with the same face as another one. It was funny, I saw a person who was white, but his face was exactly just the difference of a color. So my dear brothers, I request you to don't fall into these traps. As a matter of fact, consider this. This is not the weakness of Islam, this is the strength of Islam. That we have so much diversity. We must cherish it. We have so many shades. The shades is each Muslim is a separate individual flower, and it's an own individual understanding of Islam, of the world around him. So I will consider those criminals who are trying to kill others because they do not fit their shade and their way of understanding. So Khilafat movement, I want you to understand these two messages from today. War with riba, and the nation state theory. No nation state. Don't believe in nation state. It's a Western idea coming out of the Western fighting among each other. It has no. This is not. Nation state is not. It doesn't suit us because by generations, by thousands of years, we've been using land. The use of ship and big ships and these mega ships, they want to change our habits to be like them, where they don't want to be there. To be there where for us to be there where they don't want to be there. They got European Union, we have a big continent of America. But no, for us, they prescribe nation state as good for you. Well, it's how it's good for us. Maintaining a nation state, the borders, is extremely expensive. That money supposed to be used for the defense of Ummah. There's no need of so much government. Here in America, I'm talking about millennium here in America, is you are so a democratic system, I prefer mushawarat. There are different methods of governing. There are flat organization, there is horizontal organizations, so many different kinds of responsibilities. But this system in America has lived its life. is decaying and the people understand it. Everybody knows that this system has failed, is not working in America. Change is coming. So I want the Muslim millennium in this country, in America, to come and work for this mission. We must change the present system. It's not working for us. And we must war with riba. If Allah is in war with riba, I'm in war with riba. And that's what started the whole thing. Is I was keep thinking, what is it that we in this country, the people back home, I would look all around, it's the riba. So if you are with me, let's continue with war with riba, and we will succeed. Assalamu alaikum.